Good morning. Happy Monday. Today I am in my hotel room because I am at Sub Summit in Dallas and I'm super excited to be here. I'm fresh back from vacation. I don't know if you can see, but I've got the vacation tan going on that I worked really hard on last week. But we're jumping into this week. This week kind of sets off a series of multiple events. So we're going to talk about it today. And as I was kind of getting ready for this trip yesterday, I felt myself having a lot of anxiety. And there's anxiety around different levels of what I've got going on over the next couple of weeks. Like today, I'm out here at Sub Summit. If you're here at Sub Summit, let me know in the chat. Just say I'm here because I'd love to know how many of you are here. We have over 100 members registered at Sub Summit. So I got in yesterday afternoon and met up with a few of my mastermind ladies last night, and I saw so many of you. You please don't hesitate to come up to me if you see me at Sub Summit. A lot of you stopped and introduced yourselves to me, and I met so many of you. I met so many of you last night already. So we're kicking that off today. But here's what's happening this week. I am about to do a book signing today at 1. I have a solo stage talk at 2. We have the pitch competition today at 4:45. One of our members from Launch Your Box is in the pitch competition, so I'm excited to go support her. And then tonight I'm doing a live Q&A. It's a 2-hour just for members. I'm doing that tonight at 7. It's going to be like our live Q&A we do in our group, but you're going to get to do it in person. You're going to get to stand up and ask me your question in person. So it's going to be really special. So that's what's happening today. But here's where the anxiety comes in. Here's where the overwhelm comes in. And you may be feeling this on different levels. You may be feeling overwhelmed right now with coming to an event like this, maybe not knowing anyone. Maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed or underwhelmed in your business right now. Maybe things are going really well and it's kind of making you a little nervous. Like the anxiety comes, like what to expect? What do I have going on? You also might be feeling like things aren't going well and it's giving you anxiety of what to do next. And so what we're going to talk about this morning is really getting yourself pushing past those comfort zones. For me to step on stage today, it gives me a lot of anxiety, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. I'm a ball of nerves this morning. I've woken up at 4. I woke up at 6. I woke up yesterday with some anxiety, and you might be sitting there thinking that doesn't make sense for someone like me. Right? Because I show up, I flip the camera on and I go live all the time, publicly, privately, in our group and things like that. But there's something about stepping on stage in front of people that don't know who you are and delivering some content. There's a lot of pressure there. Like when I step out on that stage and I look out in the audience, seeing familiar faces is very important to me, but also it's one of those things where I don't take it for granted, but it's scary. It's uncomfortable for me. So I want you to tell me in the chat, what is something that feels very uncomfortable for you in your business? And this could be something like the lives. I know a lot of you hesitate to go live, so that's a given. It could be maybe sourcing product overseas. That could be very uncomfortable for you, like having never done that, having never worked through that process. Something as simple as like running your first Facebook ad, like that's very uncomfortable for people. There's a lot of technology there. There's a lot of things that you have to figure out. What feels uncomfortable? What have you been putting off in your business that you're putting it off because it's uncomfortable for you? Because here's what I know. Nothing great happens from our comfort zones. Nothing great happens. So when we do things that are uncomfortable, it's going to challenge us. It's going to change us. It's going to build us into the person that we want to be. Me stepping on stage this week multiple times, every single day this week, I'll be on stage. It's completely uncomfortable for me every single time that I do it. But I know I need to do it. I need to push past my comfort zone this week because there's probably someone here that doesn't know who I am that needs to know who I am, that needs to know that I can help serve them, that I can help them wherever they're at in their subscription box business. And I think that that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you're stuck in your business, if you're scared of taking the next step, or maybe even taking the first step in your business, we have to make a commitment to ourselves to push past that. And when we can get out of our comfort zones, when we can get out of our everyday environment and put ourselves in a different situation, it helps us get past that comfort zone. I just saw in the chat, Lexi says, being at Sub Summit is scary for me. I'm sure it's scary for a lot of people that are here. It is a big event. There are people everywhere here. And you know what? There's a lot of people here that have bigger subscription box businesses than I do. There are a lot of people here that have bigger subscription box businesses than you do. And that can feel intimidating. But I also want you to think that as you're walking through the expo hall, as you're building your business, you think, oh, they have a bigger business than me. There's a lot of people here that don't. They don't have as big enough business as you. They maybe don't have as much profit as you. They maybe don't have the community that you have in your business. Just because someone has bigger numbers doesn't mean they have a bigger business than you. All right. So I want you to remember that about yourself. But maybe this is the time that we put ourselves in situations that get us out of our everyday routine. Coming here, talking with some of my mastermind ladies last night, it takes a lot for us to get here. We've got to clear our schedules. We've got kids. We've got, our businesses that we're running, and we've got to clear our schedules to be here. And, I was talking with some of them last night, just being out of the day-to-day helps you push forward. So if you're here at Sub Summit, I want you to be uncomfortable and I want you to come say hi to me, okay? If you're not here at Sub Summit, I want you to come join me in Subscription Box Week because I want you to clear your schedule next week for me, please. I'm going to ask you nicely, please. Subscription Box Week next week. Maybe you've gone through my older version of Coaching Week. This is a newer version. We've got some new training. We're running it a little differently, but I want you to just immerse yourself into something different. Yeah, you could just spend next week shipping products, setting up your social media, because you've got a million things to do, right? I don't have time to come to Subscription Box Week. You got a million things to do. But there's nothing more important than getting refreshed in your business. There's nothing more important than being inspired by somebody else. There's nothing more important than getting out of your routine and doing something different, getting uncomfortable, learning something different, seeing something different in a different lens. If you came to Coaching Week last year, you're a different person than you are this year. So if you come to Subscription Box Week next week, you're going to see things through a different lens than you saw them. And my goal is to help push you past your comfort zone next week. When we're together in Subscription Box Week, it's a virtual week. It's $15. I think my team, they've got the link. They are on it. I want you to set time for the week. Block out the week. Just don't put anything heavy on your schedule. I'm going to be live multiple times a day. We'll let you into the group later this week. You'll see the schedule and you can kind of put that on your calendar. But I don't just want you to come to the lives. I want you to come to the training. I want you to listen to the interviews. And I want you to dig deep into yourself and your business. And I want you to apply everything that I'm saying and every interview that I'm doing to your business in a different lens, in a different way. Okay? So take the time to get out of your daily routine and let's do something different. If you're stuck in your business right now and you're doing the same old thing and everything's monotonous and you're like, I'm not growing, I haven't launched, I haven't done the thing, It's time to stop doing that and do something different. You're going to be inspired next week. You're going to see things differently. Even if you've heard me say them before, you're going to look at things differently next week. I want you to immerse yourself into something different than your everyday routine. And that's the part of being here. We're getting to do something out of our routine this week, where our brains are in a different, some of them are a different time zone. Some of them are just in a different setting, and we are absorbing things differently because we're not sitting there doing our day-to-day things. That's what we're going to do next week in Subscription Box Week. We have almost 1,000 people registered for the week. I'm so excited about it. And here's my call to action for you. I would love for you to bring a friend. If you're listening to me right now and you're like, I'm going to go to Subscription Box Week, I would love you to do it with somebody else. Maybe somebody that's felt stuck in their business. Maybe somebody that's you've heard talk about wanting to start a business. I want you to send them the link and invite them to do it with you. And then as you're going through the week, the day-to-day, I want you to check in with each other. Tell me about what you got out of day one. Tell me what you feel about this. How are we going to do this? Create your own accountability group as we go through Subscription Box Week, and let's stop doing the same things if it's not working. I want you to think outside the box. I want you to get unstuck. I want you to open your mind to different things. You could sit there and go through coaching Subscription Box Week with me and say, yeah, but my box is different than that. Yeah, but my box is this. Yeah, but my box has that. Or you could sit there and think, you know what she's doing? I could do this way for my business. You know what that person did to be successful? I could do that in a different way to make my box successful. What that person did, I can replicate in my own way, in my own industry, in my own niche. And if we can if we can stop the day-to-day long enough to give ourselves permission to think outside of our everyday mentality and open up our minds, you're going to be sitting here next week, really ready to level up your business. It's time. People are buying. People are buying. If you're telling yourself you're not growing because of the economy and people aren't buying, you're giving yourself an excuse. Week after week after week, I see our members launching, our members getting 100, 200, 500 members, subscribers every time they launch. People are buying somebody's subscription. Why aren't they buying yours? I need you to open your brain to new things. It's our time this year. We're only halfway through the year. And we could say, yeah, but we're already halfway through the year. No, we're only halfway through the year. We have 6 months left of 2024 to really make a difference in our business. And it starts with what you're telling yourself. It starts with what you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself, well, nobody's buying and my subscription sucks and this business is hard, it's probably true. It's probably true. If you're telling yourself, I can do this, I will do this, I'll figure out how to do this, and I'm going to make this work because I want this for myself, you're going to make it work. We're going to end 2024 in a better situation than we started it with, and that's the goal. So this is my personal invitation to come join me in Subscription Box Week next week. We start Sunday night. So when I leave here, I'm going to head it home. I'm going to get back to work, and we're going to start next Sunday night, the 23rd. So in 6 days, it's time for you to make time. It's your season. Block next week out, whether you've been through it 4 times or this is your first time. It's your season to start opening your mind to the possibilities of what this business could be for yourself. And I'm going to be there every step of the way. So 2 things. Number 1, if you're not signed up for Subscription Box Week, grab the link. 2, if you are a member of mine, you're going to get a special link on Wednesday inside the groups for you to join for free. But I would love for you to invite a friend to come join me. And number 3, if you're here at Sub Summit, I want you to meet me in the expo hall at 1:00. on the front porch. There's a front porch down there. We're going to put our subscription boxes. Hopefully you brought your empty box. We're going to throw our subscription boxes on the front porch. Make sure you get pictures of the front porch while you're here. And I've got a special lanyard. I'd love to see you. If you've got your book here with you, I would love to sign it. If not, I've got some books you can buy if you're here. But I can't wait to spend this week really just spending time with you guys, learning about you, getting to know you, and helping you get out of your comfort zone, because that's what we need to do to be successful. We can't just stay in our comfort zone. We can't play small because it feels easy. We can't be scared to do the next thing because we don't know the result of that. It's okay to not know. It's okay to try something and fail. What's not okay is for you not to try. So let's get busy. I'm going to go get some breakfast. I'm going to go get some coffee, and then I will see you guys at Sub Summit. And everybody else, if you're not here, if you want to follow along with all the fun things we've got going on at Sub Summit, I want you to follow along in my stories throughout the week. I'll be sharing some things in my stories on Facebook and Instagram so that you can see what it's like to be at an event like this. This is the largest subscription box conference in the world, and the Sheraton here in Dallas is filled with some amazing business owners, subscription box owners, vendors, and support for this industry, and it's an incredible event. So I'll be sharing a lot of behind the scenes, and I'll see you guys really soon. If you're not here, I'll see you next week in Subscription Box Week. Y'all have a great Monday.